Hi. You awake in the beautiful morning. Oh, I spent the night. Wow, taking things slow. I see. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. That's slow, all right. Mm-hmm. Whenever I want to take things quote unquote slow, I spent the night in a hotel with them, I suppose. Uh, Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Oh, it's a new secret ingredient. All right, let's give it a new name. Um, hmm. What would be a good name? Bussy. There we go. You just learned about Bussy. In some jurisdictions, Bussy isn't even legal. But if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into your room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Ooh, pretty. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste bud. That's it. That is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg. Flatter him. Flatter him. You know, I think we might be a great team. Single tear begins to pool in the corner of your eye as he gazes out the window. And with a right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partners? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with the emotions and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out of the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? I. Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just. But now that it's you, it turns out you're fine, and I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned on to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just so interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, "Yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy." Long story short, he took me skydive. Wow, that's a good first date, I guess, with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if it's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where he stand. What? What's happening? You don't give Miriam time to tell her your whole story. However, following up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house. I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but just an emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rival in the quads. You can tell from the distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact, because, he's Pops. Uh, what's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right now. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Heh, Sprinkles is a dog, and a treat.
Uh,
You can't get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick someone your own size? Because you're literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse that Colonel Sander rides to school, but who would dare to pick on the gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, buddy. Suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mix. Right, I broke my hand. It makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I really wish the Colonel Sanders had seen this game before he died a long time ago. You know what? Me too. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears that things are close to boiling over. A natural intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Bunny, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Oh yeah, no, it's just my bones and my muscles and my skin. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Oh, she did do a good job. What do you mean? Hi, Sam! Hi, Sammy! But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Bunny. I am more than capable of enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food. See you inside, Bunny. Annoyed by the Colonel's inability to see that Ashley, for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday that starts flipping through the page. Wow, that's the book! It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend so much decorating a magic book, so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can't think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with the arcane warnings, cast only in case of the extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the book. How's Colonel Sanders' dating going? It's okay. There's a lot going on. I'm confused most of the time. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times calls for desperate measures. You've got your memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Do we want to forget, Colonel? The love of our lives? I can't. It's too much. Don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Must be hungry, reaches out for some old homework to get him a snack. Dogs can rather be unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkle stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see the tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry. Squirrel? As Sprinkle turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom, he begins uncontrollably at the bark at the squirrel. Hi, Min. Wait, ano? Hello. Wait, this is the perfect time to SO people. Hi. Hello there, Ming Ming. How are you? Ooh, Resident Evil. How about you, Min? Just chatting. Okay. Thank you for the SO anytime. Anyways, back to Sprinkles. Terrence, I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence. Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drooling flying over his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel whose name is Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Bunny, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles interrupted by the whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it after class. A nerd. Think I wanted to be thrown off from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off your cool... Oh, wait. But no, you have to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us from a triangle in mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Excuse me, I burped. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Chat, tell me. Skydiving, great first date? Yeah, no? Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain. I see what happened. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps of his panels, and then a loud ding stops in his tracks. No! Did Clank die? That was an interesting burp. Odd one. 7 out of 10. Yee. Di maganda sa madaling ma-fall. Ay! Hoy! What are you saying? How dare? Para mahulog sa partner. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried Snickers, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. Jesus! In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over. Man, not publicize your breakups, I'm telling you that. Pal over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad. I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Your tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so You know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is just a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. True! Me and you are gonna cruise this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feelings all the way. You're not going to saddle up on the Colonel Sanders stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. But I don't know, I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and the ranch is big enough for the both of us, whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person. You shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in anyhow. Yes, Queen! Tite! Hi, Pen Peng! Eh lang, eso kita. I eso you. Yes, eso. Wait. Peng Peng! How you feeling? You doing good? Give me a second. There we go. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheek. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet the professor dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of... Isn't my hand broken? How's the stream? It's fine. Yes. This is the most safe for work stream I've ever done. This is the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Bunny's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your craft session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Hello there. Hi, how you doing? Hey, your gorgeous goatee. Yeah. Buddy, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. I'm just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing. That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. That's true. Let's not get distracted by good dick, right? You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decisions gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's talent. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. Finger licking good. Yeah. Yeah, he's crispy. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all-buttered crust. Oh, that's making me hungry. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no. Is it burning? Huh, no. I can smell that it was made with helping, TLC. Tomato, lettuce, chicken. Well, alam ko na saan kakain bukas. Sa Taco Bell. But it's probably starts burning any second if you don't pull it out. At the moment of truth. Oh wow! It's a chicken pot pie. It's the best pot pie you've ever tasted. The best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is except to cook with everything you've got. You've stepped up the cook of a lifetime. You decide mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that you'll push through to the edge of victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant, magnificent glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he tries to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at the full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting real serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! I'm going to die. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into the itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend batter blaster! Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. I hate that. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Buti alam mo! Even Clank gets in on it. Mile dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Oh, Clank speaks English. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. You mustn't let this happen, or the appliances uprising will take us all. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got the book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take the opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's the most certainly evil magic? Let's do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Go hard or go home, I always say. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives a subtle wink from across the room. Don't do that, I get distracted. Stop it. I believe in you, but I believe in you too, but you gotta stop it. You distract me, man. Miriam notices too. I've always believed in you, Bunny, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses his handful of spices into the boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world would she get Eye of Newt from? I don't know. It happens. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before our very eyes. Oh God. It is I! It is I, Steve, the spork monster! Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have the conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff better. It's better than TV. You crazy kids with your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the spork monster notices that you've got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking stand. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. Actually, you know what? I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Pup winding up to tell a very long, involved story, and you don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen. You have a different story, and I would love to hear all of it. But I'm really pressed up, man. You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. You give up and drop out of culinary school. Never give up, kids! I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as a energy flows through your body.
Gago pala to eh.
Ano ginawa ko? What did I do? My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, buddy, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've summoned immediately fades back out. You're interrupted by You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show you the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know what? This is the power that you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear bunny. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed by your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with your punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Yes, Daddy. What? All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual effort. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. But the time expired. It's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems like we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. No! Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? You're a dick, man. I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. That's not a prank. That feels like assault, to be honest. I must say, it's not the worst prank in the UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks? Pranks? Clank? Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other I can't say onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, there we go, but there's none. Okay. We said the word. Alright. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it's been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after the days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory. It's so cute. It's so tiny. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Chef is your what? Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from a baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully snips around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pinky dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like to taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. Do you guys have those? Dog owners, do you have those? Like the electric toothbrush for the doggies? Or do you guys just use a regular toothbrush? Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with such much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Bunny, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made. Oh, it's on a sea urchin. Uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. You skewer one type of urchin with a spine from a second different colored urchin. Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly what I did. A bit much of kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on the account of the spikes. Oh no! He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Ugh. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. No! Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to have an allergic reaction to the sting. No! I can't eat. Wait. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A sudden turn of events. Who would have thought that serving the food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Yeah, who knew? Dejected Van does not go into the gentle night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount my simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Okay, see you in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Bye! Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made Original Blossom Turkey Delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass. That's really pretty. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Yes. Smart? Uh, got toast in your ears or something, Bunny? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you're absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-face routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. A lesson to be learned by all. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sandal finally cooks and steps up together. 2 chefs? What that looks good though. Maggie, are you here? Look, it's mac and cheese. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. We examine is closely sniffing the eye and eyeing this bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. Why? From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away in my 49 dog. You're 49? You're old. You're an old dog. I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passed the class. You pass, you pass, you pass. You get a pass! Everyone gathers around, partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and the Colonel have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that Van Van and Ashley are drawn back into the magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, quote-unquote year, it's only been 3 days. Gusto niyo yun? 3 days 3 days like... 3 days yung semester nyo. Now that the school year is completely and everyone has graduated, the student has returned for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a renowned turntablist. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? What the fuck? Nagre-reklamo na nga ako ng 1 month semester. I actually like the Ashley's outfit. I don't know if it's appropriate for school dance though. Van Van is just straight up Jim Himbo. Van Van and Ashley tells everyone that they've committed themselves to righting their wrongs, and they did while they were the villains. Wow, character development. I wish we could see that all in people. For a moment, you've actually believed them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at the graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws. You, uh, I was actually never a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spark Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spark Monster is no more. And from here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refers to me by my new name, Party Monster. Students tried to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up in talking to Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found a love in her cooking, and you know what? He's gonna do great. A red carpet. I also like her outfit. It's very cute. But again, I don't think it's appropriate for a school dance. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pops! He arrives late at the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see him perched up his dirty chef's hat. A crown! Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, okay, now I get it. I dozed off again. No, if you need sleeps, go sleeps. It's okay. We get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor's such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Wow, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am, and this isn't the time for me to devote my life to figure out who you are, Clay. That's right. Go get him, girl. Yes, ma'am. Girl boss right there. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of human. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Everybody's just gonna go past that. Here's the cherry blossoms. Finally, the colonel arrives. Okay, again, I think his school outfit is more appropriate for a school dance. But alright. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Ooh! I'm hungry. This game is making me hungry. I did not get to be the most famous chicken man in history of Chicken and Man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Bunny, what are you doing, sitting all alone? Oh, it's just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you'd expect to find in such a lucky... Give me those biscuits! Sure. Such a lucky person. off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, spicy must, tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, for learning, sorry, just to name a few. Truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future is stretched out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Bunny. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurant? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be that you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Would you be able to enjoy sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll into a pastry school. Oh, my dear Bunny, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! Is there another, like, anime cut? KFC presents! Ow! What was that for? Oh, enjoy this. Oh my god. That was something.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of my art, I post them on these sites. But if you want to see more content, you can donate to my Ko-Fi. There are no membership levels, so if you donate any amount, you can still see the same type of exclusive content. Anyways, thanks for watching.